Oh my goodness, Pika, that's the last time I let you engineer the show. You are an executive producer, but you cannot touch any of the buttons ever again. This is the third time we're shooting. The mic was off. I deleted one copy of it accidentally. The other one was just complete bunk 20 seconds in because I forgot I had the kettle on and I can hear the kettle like, oh, you idiot. Hi, welcome back once again. It is time for the golden age of DC Comics 365 days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. This has been surfing my coffee table ever since, giving me a constant source of comic book shop style conversations about one of my favorite all-time topics. And I'm looking to recreate those comic book conversations with you today here. Thank you so much for tuning in. The golden age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955, the Silver Age from 1956 until 1970, the Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby, from 1970 to 1985, and the Copper Age begins in 1985. If you've been watching since the beginning, you've seen me come almost full circle trying to define the ages of comic books. A big help to this has been the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. This is the most current edition, and its glossary has proper definitions of the ages. And, now I really accept Bronze and Copper Age. Before that, I had a bit more of a looser understanding about specifically the Silver Age, maybe even going, a bit. I thought that, you could extend the Silver Age until Crisis, Infinite Earths, and then from there we enter a Dark Age. And but I was wrong, or I could even just have an alternate scale myself. Yet, but no, I can. These are the industry standards, all right, and you need to be able to communicate these things with other comic book people. So hey, Bronze Age. That's pretty succinct. Everyone knows what the Bronze Age is. We can all agree on that. We can agree on Copper Age. All right, but I personally think that a nebulous, a catch-all modern age since 1993 until now, I kind of don't buy that. I want to have conversations about that with other content creators who cover comic books. So please throw me a line. I would love to talk to you about the modern age of comics, how to define it. This would be a great roundtable conversation. Write this down. Write it down, Pika. You are the executive producer. You are never touching the buttons ever again. I'm using this book for its intended purpose. It is a 365 days book. We are opening up to today's date, October the 6th. We are going to look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age. We're going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. I hope you are clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. Seriously, what goes better with a coffee table book and some coffee table talk? Well, pull up a chair to the coffee table, bring a cuppa, your favorite, and let's talk. Let me wet my whistle. I'm going to talk a bit. So yeah, let's look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age. Hey, it's old friend Johnny Quick, the second speedster of the DC universe. It's from More Fun Comics, number 93, September-October of 1943. Art by Mort Meskin. There's a lot of words here, so I'm not going to read it. But I do like the sequential art here. See, sequential art. I learned the value of that term from Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud. And you can find a link to that book in my description, along with a link to this book. Yeah, this book, this is a 365 days book, 2004 Abrams publication by Chip Kidd, Les Daniels, and Jeff Spear. and you can get your own copy. I always like to say that too, because I make this show for entertainment purposes. I'm giving my old book. I'm giving my old book a second life. We've been having comic book conversations all year because of this book, and I think that's the intended purpose of this. And I'm just blessed to have this. This is great, and thank you for letting me share it with you. Yeah, I'm very grateful for you. Like, you are the most important part of this show, this conversation, and please keep the comments coming. Thank you so very much. Cheers. Yeah, slancha. But yeah, let's get to it again. Sorry. That's Johnny Quick. He's the second speedster of the DC universe. The first speedster was Jay Garrick, the Golden Age first Flash. We know him. He's on the Justice Society of America. But this was the second speedster. You know, and DC Comics also had multiple magicians. Magicians were huge. And there were, like, multiple adventure heroes and multiple war heroes. So, yeah, why not, you know, you can only have one Superman. But Superman actually began his own legacy of derivative kind of characters as well. So, but look at the sequential art. Look, I like the angle, the diagonal gutter here. That's like, that's pretty unique. I you know, and it's not just the plain old grid of longitudinal and latitudinal gutter lines. This one's got some style to it, because our eye reads from left to right. So, and we follow Johnny's quick motion from left to right as well. He's in 4 places at once, in a way, because that's how our eye is seeing it. That's how the artist is choosing to depict super quick motion. And, well, let's read the blurb. Let's get to it. October the 6th. In a weird mixture of sorcery and science, speedster Johnny Quick got fast in a hurry by reciting his magic formula. That's cool too. Also, another magic word for kids to say aloud and try to become their own hero, like Shazam or See You or Say You. That's Johnny Thunder's Thunderbolt, and or Zatara saying things backwards that his daughter Zatara also has the magic power of. So yeah, Johnny Quick's magic formula was this here. 3x2 times 9yz to the power of 4a. Yeah. What is that? Who knows? It's mumbo jumbo. It's just made up kid stuff. But it's supposed to be fun. Let's have fun. All right. Johnny Quick got fast in a hurry by reciting his magic formula, which kids knew was 3x2 times 9yz to the power of 4a. What really made him magical was the imaginative art style that depicted his exploits. Other fast-moving characters merely had speed lines drawn behind them, but Johnny was running so rapidly that he appeared several times in the same panel, like overlapping frames of film. In this story, determined to defeat a villain building a giant electromagnet, Johnny speed reads his way through a professor's scientific theory library. Now I know everything. Sure, Johnny. That's my job. Before Google, I knew everything, and I had to, I poured some water into a cup and I gave it to a legacy character, while the smoke monster got angry and became. That's a Lost reference. Do you know what Lost is? I'm just a geek. Yes, Johnny Quick. Let's talk about Johnny Quick real quick. How's that? Let's see. Where did it go? Welcome to the wonderful world of internet stuff. I'm gonna read from the wiki. And I love Red Letter Media. That's just my little homage to Rich Evans and his signature voice and inflections. Like ATST, ATST. That's just like, I lost my cookies laughing at that the first time I saw that. Huge fan of Red Letter Media. Shout out to Red Letter Media. And that's where that comes from, the wiki, like, it's, but yeah, I'm going to read from a wiki, like, and it's fine. Cause it's, boom, here it is. We got some info right here. Johnny Quick is a Golden Age DC Comics character with the power of superhuman speed. The character first appeared in More Fun Comics number 71, September of 1941. After his More Fun run ended in 107, that was February of 1946. He was moved over to Adventure Comics at 103, April of 46. He remained as a regular feature in Adventure until issue number 207 of December of 1954. So Johnny has a really good run. He was basically the entirety of the Golden Age. In the 1980s, Johnny Quick's adventures were retconned into the reality of DC Comics' Earth 2, the other multiversal Earth where all the events of these Golden Age comics now happen on, to justify having a modern Justice League of America and a modern Hawkman and the Silver Age Flash and Green Lantern, and to justify, oh, hey, look, we have a multiverse. They invented multiverse. Multiverse was invented right here with DC Comics and Earth 2. And then also Earth Shazam. And it goes on and on. And so Johnny Quick's adventures were retconned into the reality of Earth 2. And this was done in the pages of All-Star Squadron. And Johnny actually was and because of these retcons, because it cuts both ways. Sometimes they're really needed. They really are, to tell more stories. We need to make room to tell more stories using our beloved characters. So Johnny we call this a cape chaser, someone who dates in the workplace, and in his workplace was other superheroes. So he fell in love with Libby Lawrence, the first Liberty Belle. Her powers were of enhanced speed, strength, and stamina, and they were linked to the ringing of the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. And she was a mystery woman in World War II. And Johnny and Libby, fell in love, and they had baby Jessie. And Jessie's a girl. And Jessie Chambers learned her dad's secret formula, and when she said it aloud, was granted the same super speed as her dad. And she's a second generation heroine, and also just like Liberty Bell and Jessie Quick, proof that there have always been strong, stunning, brave female superheroes in our fictions all this time. And sure, just representation matters, and so, but it was always there too. I love Jessie Chambers. She's part of the Flash family, and she actually wears the Flash symbol now, the lightning bolt. And Johnny's dead, I believe. Johnny is dead in continuity, and so Jessie Chambers, proudly took up the mantle of her fallen father. And I'm pretty sure that, I'm trying to find it here on the wiki. Where is he? But Jessie Chambers, though, like her dad and her mom, is dates at the workplace, and so she became involved with Rick Tyler, the second Hour Man of the Justice Society of America, but here, this is this week's copy of Flash. I got a new funny book, and this is the Flash family. See those speed lines we were talking about? That we were just talking about that. These are about super speedsters. Can you name all the super speedsters here? We see the Flash in the front. That's Wally West. That's Jeff. There's Jessie Quick, right there. She's the lady with the visor and the blonde hair and the leather jacket, looking oh so very 90s with that look. There's Max Mercury with the blue and the white. There's Silver Age. There's Golden Age. Garrick the Flash. He was still around. This character's been around for 82 years. There's Kid Flash. That's Wallace West. That's Linda Park, Flash's wife, who has been granted some super speed too. And these two kids, they're their children, Iris and Jay West. And yeah, that's the Flash family, literally. But over here, look at this. These are story beats that are great, and I love that this is a just a superhero comic book written for superhero fans. And this little story beat right here, and that's Rick Tyler, the modern day Hour Man, being reunited with his on again off again love, Jesse Quick. And yeah, Jesse was Liberty Bell in the Justice Society of America before she really redefined her character and went on as a superhero as Jesse Quick, part of the Flash family. And but yeah, see that nice moment over here too. We've got Golden Agers. See, Max Mercury was known as Quicksilver. I think he was in Quality comic books. So when Quality got bought out by DC Comics, Quicksilver became Max Mercury, and the third speedster of the golden age of DC Comics. Yes, we've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. We talk about comic books every day. We talk about cooking. We talk about spirituality and purpose. I point out planets in the morning. Hey, look, there's Mars. Which you can see on clear mornings for a little while. All the rest of this month, I believe. Yeah, the red planet and the orange month. Speaking of October, I'm also doing another daily content. I'm doing the 31 days of Halloween. This is, I'm not trying to give away what I'm, the viewing order, but I mean, I got movies. I've got horror movies. I love movies. I love physical media, and this is my stack of movies for October that I'm going to be covering. So I'm going to do a movie a day, and we're going to be talking about movies. We're going to be talking about horror movies, and we're actually doing a deep dive into vampire movies, specifically the story of Dracula. And I have 5 different adaptations of the Bram Stoker story in film from the past 100 years. That's how we're talking. And you're welcome to join us. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Please put on those notifications and share. Let your friends know. Come aboard. Thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow on those funny pages. Ciao.